Let's talk about homophones. These are some small words, but often the ones that provide the most stumbling blocks for my students. What a homophone is, and it's understandable that it can be confusing, is a set of words that sounds alike, but it's spelled differently and it means different things. So the trick to really remembering these homophones, unfortunately, is just to remember them, just to work on memorizing them, think about them. So let's walk through. I'm going to walk through the first 4 or 5 together with you, talk to you. The other ones we'll review because I know my students still stumble upon those as well. So the first one let's talk about is accept and accept. All right? Accept is a verb. Okay? It's something that you do. I accept you. I accept your apology. Accept is a preposition here. So it's used to leave things out. I want everything except that one. All right? So there's a difference there. Affect and effect. I would say this is probably the #1 error I see. And again, affect with an A is a verb. All right? You can affect somebody's life. Effect with an E is a noun. All right? It's a thing, like the side effect of a medication. I can tell you the one thing just pops into my head every time I have to remember this is I think about things that I've seen on worksheets in classes, and anytime I see something that says cause and effect, I remember it's cause and effect, which reminds me because cause is a noun, effect is a noun, and then I can tell that affect is a verb. So that's just a couple ways to remember those confusing ones. Another big one, then and than, and these get mixed up all the time. So one thing to remember about then is always an indication of time. I went to the store, then I went home and cooked dinner. All right? Than is a comparison. All right? He's taller than I am. So then is always time. Than is to compare 2 or more things. All right, there, and there. Let's talk about those because these get mixed up a lot as well. And it's confusing because of this apostrophe right here. Now, typically, we're ingrained to think apostrophe equals possession. However, in this case, this apostrophe only equals a contraction, which means it means they are. So you just have to train yourself. Anytime you see there with an apostrophe, you know that you've got to split it apart to 2 words. Then, there, T-H-E-I-R, is the possessive, and there, T-H-E-R-E, is actually a location or a place. All right, so those are really some of the more difficult ones. Let's talk about the other ones just to kind of refresh your memory. You may know these, but bear with me. Lose and loose. So loose is an adjective. It describes like my belt is loose. That's a good thing, right? But lose is a verb. I don't want to lose the game tonight. Then we have hear and hear. Hear, H-E-A-R, is what you can hear. You can hear something with your ear. That tends to be how I remember that, hear and ear. And then H-E-R-E is a location. It's a place. Moving over here, we've got two, and two. And this is the 2 I want to focus on. 2 here with 2 O's, and this is how I remember it, is too much. So it's one of those modifiers. You've got too many, so you do use it to express something like, I had too much to eat tonight. All right? T-W-O is the number 2. And then 2 here can be used as a preposition or an infinitive part of a verb. Weather and weather, all right? This is easy to remember here because weather without the H is like the weather outside, like the Weather Channel is spelled that way. That's one of the ways I remember it. Weather up here is one of those conjunctions that you're going to use. So this is an object, and this is a connector word. And then finally, another contraction issue, your and your. And again, understandable because you've got that silly little apostrophe there. But you've got to train yourself when you see it with your, split that word into you are, and fight that urge to make it a possessive. Instead, your with no apostrophe is the possessive. So hopefully this cleared up some commonly mistaken words for you, and you can find yourself coming up with some memory tricks to remember them.